Have you ever done this stretch for your shoulder? The sleeper stretch. It's one of the most popular shoulder stretches in the world. Athletes do it, gym goers do it, rehab patients do it. But what if I told you this stretch might actually make your shoulder pain worse? Today, we're going to talk about why the sleeper stretch may not be safe for everyone, what the research actually says, and what you should consider before doing it. If you've ever been told you have a tight shoulder, limited internal rotation, or something called GIRD, chances are someone showed you the sleeper stretch. You lie on your side, bend your arm, and push your forearm toward the floor. Simple, easy, looks harmless, and that's exactly why it became so popular. But shoulders are not simple joints. The goal of the sleeper stretch is to improve shoulder internal rotation, especially at the glenohumeral joint. This is important for people who do overhead activities like throwing, swimming, tennis, or lifting. Limited internal rotation has been linked to posterior shoulder tightness, shoulder pain, and increased injury risk. So on paper, the sleeper stretch sounds like a great idea. But here's the real question: does it work safely for everyone? According to a study done by Omar Garcia in 2019, researchers examined overhead athletes with glenohumeral internal rotation deficits. They compared a traditional modified sleeper stretch with a newly developed alternative stretch designed to better stabilize the shoulder blade. The results were interesting. Both stretches improved internal rotation range of motion. However, only the new stretch led to a significant reduction in shoulder pain. The traditional sleeper stretch group did not show meaningful pain improvement. This is a key point. Improving range of motion does not automatically mean improving symptoms. Here's where the concern comes in. The sleeper stretch places your shoulder in a position that closely resembles the mechanics of subacromial impingement. In this position, the shoulder blade is difficult to stabilize. The upper arm bone can glide forward. Sensitive structures in the shoulder can become compressed. That's why some people feel pinching, deep joint pain, or worsening symptoms during or after the stretch. This isn't about flexibility, it's about joint mechanics. Now, this doesn't mean all sleeper stretches are bad. In a 2020 study by Tahran and colleagues, researchers studied patients with subacromial impingement syndrome. They compared a modified crossbody stretch, a modified sleeper stretch, and a rehab exercise program without stretching. All groups improved, but the stretching groups improved more than exercises alone. Importantly, there was no significant difference between the modified sleeper stretch and the crossbody stretch, and both were considered safe in this controlled setting. Here, the modified sleeper stretch was done with the trunk slightly rotated open, about 45 degrees toward facing up, rather than lying fully on the side, which creates more space between the forearm and the chest compared to the traditional position. The key word here is modified. Another study by Zhou in 2019 emphasizes something extremely important. Exercises are not good or bad on their own. They depend on your shoulder structure, your sport or activity, your symptoms, your movement control. Sleeper stretches can help improve posterior shoulder tightness and internal rotation, but only when used appropriately and only after proper assessment. Here's a simple way to think about it. You might be okay doing it if you don't feel pain during the stretch, your shoulder blade is well controlled, the stretch is modified, a healthcare professional has assessed your shoulder, you should avoid or rethink it. If you feel pinching or sharp pain, you have impingement symptoms, you're forcing the stretch, you're copying it blindly from social media. The biggest mistake people make is trying to stretch their way out of a problem that's actually caused by poor strength, poor control, or poor movement patterns. Stretching is a tool, it's not a cure. So the sleeper stretch isn't evil, but it's also not automatically safe. Your shoulder deserves assessment, context, and evidence-based decision-making. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to Physio Hub, and turn on notifications for more evidence-based sports and rehabilitation science. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.